Hey guys, I'm Sharon and welcome to The Naughty Secret. I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful crochet headband. It's easy, quick, and beginner friendly. Now, this headband does work along the width of the band, so all you have to do is keep repeating the rows until you get your desired length. If you would like a guide for the required measurements to fit a particular head size, here's one off the internet that I found very helpful. I'll link it in the description so you can access it. One important thing to remember though is that when we finish the headband, we're going to be overlapping the ends to create a knot. So do add an inch to your length to account for this. Also, all of the terminology that I'm going to be using in this video is US crochet terminology. So with that said, let's get crocheting. For this project, you are going to use a weight 4 or a medium weight yarn. Any brand of yarn will do. I'm using the brand Hobby Store. Now you can use a different weight, of course, but just remember that the width of the headband will change depending on the weight of yarn that you use, right? You will also need a corresponding crochet hook. I'm using this 6mm crochet hook, although the recommended hook size for a weight 4 yarn here is 4.5 to 5.5. You will also need a measuring tape, especially to measure the length of your work. You're going to need scissors, of course. And what I don't have here that is also useful is a crochet needle to weave in the ends. I unfortunately cannot find mine, but I am going to finish it off using my crochet hook. So yeah, get all your resources ready and let's begin. Okay, so to begin, we're going to do a slip knot. So this is how I do my slip knot. And once you've done that slip knot, you're going to insert the hook and then you're going to pull it tight. Now you're going to chain 10. Yarn over and pull through. That's one chain and you're going to do that 10 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you do want to change the width of your work, you can chain more or less depending on the size of the weight of the yarn that you use as well as the hook. You can chain more or less, but just make sure you keep it an even number. So once you've chained 10 here, you're going to make a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So this is your hook, this is your first chain, and in the second chain from the hook you are going to make a single crochet. So to make a single crochet, you're going to insert it into that chain, you're going to yarn over, you're going to pull that loop A through, and then you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to pull it through both the loops. So that's your single crochet. So let me do that once more. So you're going to insert it into that. Now I'm doing it in the next chain. So I'm going to insert that in, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over and pull it through both loops. So I did a single crochet in that second loop from the hook, second chain from the hook, and I've done a single crochet in the third chain from the hook. Now I'm going to do a single crochet in each chain across until I reach the end here. And once you reach the end, you should have 9 single crochets in that row. So let me just finish this for you. And there we go. We've reached the end here. All done. I'm going to pull this tight. Now I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Here it is, right? And I'm going to have 9 single crochets in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 single crochets. Now we're going to go to the next row. So to go to the next row, here's what you're going to do. You're going to chain 1. Then you're going to turn your work. Then you're going to do a double crochet in that first stitch, single crochet stitch. And to do that double crochet, you're going to yarn over once. You're going to insert the hook into that single crochet stitch. You're going to yarn over again and pull that loop through. Then you're going to yarn over again. You're going to pull through 2 loops. then you're going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops, and there you have your double crochet. I'm going to do it again in the second stitch of the previous row. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to insert it, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now that I've showed you how to do that double crochet, you're just going to do that double crochet stitch all the way across in each one of the single crochet stitches from the previous row. So at the end you should have 9 double crochet stitches. Okay, so there you have it. We've got 9 double crochet stitches all across here. For the next row, you're again going to chain 1. You're going to turn your work, and now just like in that very first row, you're going to do a single crochet all the way across. You're going to do 1 single crochet in each one of those double crochets from the previous row. So here's me doing that in the first one. So single crochet in that first one, right? Now you're going to do the same thing all the way across. Okay? So I've finished doing single crochets all the way across. So now I have 9 single crochets. So now I've got the first 3 rows. So single crochet row, a double crochet row, and then a single crochet row. From the next row onwards is where your pattern begins. Now this is called the alpine stitch pattern. And let me just show you what it looks like using this here. Can you see how it looks like? So you got these really beautiful ridges here. So this is what your headband is going to turn out to look like. So this is called the alpine stitch pattern, and that pattern begins in this row number 4. So you're going to chain 1, and you're going to turn your work, and in this row, in that first single crochet stitch, you're going to put a double crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook in there, yarn over again, pull through 2, and then pull through 2. So you're going to do your double crochet stitch in the first one. Now in your second stitch, instead of doing a double crochet stitch in the stitch, in that single crochet stitch of the previous row, you're going to yarn over, and you're going to put that double crochet stitch in this post. That previous double crochet row, yes, in the second double crochet there, in that post, you're going to put the stitch. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to put the hook behind that post, then you're going to yarn over again, you're going to pull it through, right? Then you're going to yarn over again, you're going to pull through 2 loops, then you're going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. So you've done a double crochet now on that post instead of the stitch. Now for your next one, you're going to do the double crochet in that third single crochet stitch of the previous row. So that's pretty straightforward. All right, you've got that. Now for the next one, okay, you're going to do the post stitch again. So you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go to that fourth double crochet from that previous double crochet row, right? And then you're going to insert this hook in there behind that post. You're going to yarn over and pull that through. Then you're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through 2, right? So that's how you have. Now you've got the post stitch and then a stitch in the stitch, then you've got the post stitch. Then for the next one, again, you're going to put it in that stitch, in the next stitch. So that's the stitch number 5. That's a double crochet in the stitch, okay, in the 5th single crochet of the previous row. Now for the 6th stitch, again, you're going to do a post. For the 7th stitch, you're going to put it in the stitch. Then for the 8th one, you're going to do a post. And then for the 9th one, you're going to put it in the stitch. So go ahead and do that. Okay. So here I am. I'm doing that final stitch, right? And this row is done. For the next row, which is row number 5, you're going to chain 1. You're going to turn your work. And then you're just going to put 1 single crochet in every double crochet stitch of the previous row. Straightforward and simple. All right, so row number 5 is done. Now for row 6, you're going to yarn over and you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work just like before. Now, if you notice, there are certain post stitches in the previous row. You're going to now insert the posts in the stitches that do not have the post. So alternate, you're going to alternate them. Okay, you're going to alternate the posts. But the first and the last stitch of every row will always be in the previous single crochet stitch. It will never be a post. So I'm going to start with this double crochet stitch here in the previous single crochet stitch of the previous row. Next, as you can see, this is a post already. In the previous double crochet row, we have a post stitch. So in this row, we're not going to do a post. We're going to do this double crochet in the stitch itself, right? So the second double crochet is also going in the single crochet of the previous row. Your third double crochet, however, in the previous double crochet row is not a post. So this third double crochet will now become a post stitch in this row. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to bring that hook all the way to that previous double crochet row, insert it behind the post of that third double crochet stitch in that row, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over again, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. So that is your first post stitch of this row. Now the next stitch, which is your fourth stitch, is also already a post stitch in the previous double crochet row. So in this row, that's going to be a regular stitch. You're going to do that in the single crochet of the previous row. Okay. And then again, when we are sticking to the alternates, this one is not a post stitch. So now we're going to put a post stitch here. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to go to that double crochet of that previous double crochet row. You're going to insert it behind that post, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Right? So I think you get the idea. Wherever there is a post already in the previous row, don't put a post. Where there is none, put a post. And you keep alternating like that. So let me finish this row. How are you going to do it? The next is going to be on the single crochet stitch of the previous row. The next one is going to be on the post of the previous double crochet row. And the next two are going to be on the single crochet stitches of the previous row. All right. So that's done here. Now can you see how it alternates beautifully? And as you keep building on this, the pattern will show beautifully. Now for the next row, which is row number 7, you're just going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to do a single crochet all the way across. There's your single crochet row. I'm just turning it to show you what it looks like from the front. Right? So this is your back side. And this is your front side, and this is what it looks like. Okay, and so there's where your pattern's building. Now all you have to do is repeat rows 4 to 7 over and over again. So 4, 5, 6 and 7, and you repeat that over and over again until you have the length that you desire. Now I'm going to make this as long as as it needs to be to fit my daughter's head. So let me finish it. And then I'll come back and I'll show you how to create this beautiful knot at the top. So why don't you make your work as long as you need it to be, and then come back and I'll show you how to make this knot. So I'm back. I've finished this. I've made it as long as I need it to be to fit my daughter's head. And now I'm going to show you how to make this top knot. Now this is definitely easier if you have one of those yarn needles, but I'm going to show you how to do that just with a crochet hook. First, we are going to make a chain here, and then I'm going to pull that really long. I need quite a bit, and then I'm going to cut that off over here. Okay, now we have a fairly long strip of yarn here. Now you're going to keep it wrong side facing out. You're going to take this you're going to fold this like this, and you're going to take this end and you're going to fold it like this. So you're going to fold both ends like this, hold it up like this. Then you're going to put them in between each other like this. You're going to put them in between each other like this. And this is how you want it to be. Now you're going to take that long piece of yarn and you're just going to weave it back and forth through this until it's nice and secure. Now definitely easier with a yarn needle, but I'm going to do it now with the crochet hook, and let's see how that goes. It's going to take me a bit of effort to put this crochet hook through all 4 of those folds. So let's give it a shot here. I've got it through 3 and then now through 4. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to yarn this over and bring it through like this, and I'm just pull the whole thing through. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the other side, insert this crochet hook. Let me turn it this way to the other side, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing, yarn it over, pull this whole thing through. Now this is definitely 100% easier if you have the yarn needle, but if you don't, you can do this with your crochet hook as well. So I'm not going to bore you with the process. Let me go back and forth and finish this and come back. All right, so there you have it. I've gone back and forth several times, randomly really. And this is the yarn from where we began the work. I've weaved that in back and forth a couple of times as well. And I've landed them both close to each other so that now I can do a double knot and then just cut this off. All right, and then I'm going to take my scissors and I am going to cut this off. And that's it. Your work is done. Now you just have to turn it the right way around. And once you turn it the right way around, you'll get that beautiful knot in the top, that top knot in the front. There you go. So this is the headband. It is very easy to make. If you like this tutorial and you want more tutorials, do like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.